Hi, this is Mike Svat, and I am teaching a 5th grade level science course in Houston, Texas that adheres to the Texas Standard, Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills, or TEKS. Our class is covering matter and energy this week, and the name of the lesson is Properties of Water. So I've asked the class to take some of their video skills that we've been learning throughout the year to employ them as part of the lesson, which will make this a multidisciplinary approach. And then part of this approach is also to create a slide presentation using the videos that they've produced while they do the experiments in the course. So anyway, to create this Prezi, go to Prezi.com and click on Create a New Prezi, which is right here. So it's loading. What I did was I used a science template. You can either start with a blank template or use one of their templates. So I'm going to type in science and see what comes up. And these are the ones that come up. So I've chosen the examination template. And you just go down here and choose template. And it brings up the canvas or the dashboard. So I've already created this. But as you can see, they already have the layout for you. So you can use their layout and go through each of these different slides. And you can see you can toggle between the slides over here on the left-hand side. And it goes in order. And then there's a scroll bar here, so you can go down to the last slide, which is, it pulls out and shows you the entire canvas. If you want to add a slide, you come up here to this button at the top, and you can choose from a circle frame, a bracket, a rectangle, or an invisible frame. And all you do is click on this, and it adds the frame to your canvas, and you can position it wherever you want. I position the circle frame. Let's say this is a new frame. I want it in the circle here, or you can put it over here. It really doesn't matter. It will take you to that frame wherever you want it. Let's kind of position it right there. Come back over to the left-hand side here, and you can see that it puts the last frame that you've created at the very bottom. So when you edit the path, it says edit path here, you can have that frame go anywhere within your entire presentation. So you can move it up manually with the cursor. Let's say we want it in just before number 7 or number 6. Let's say we want it there. So what's going to happen is after 5, which is right here, it's going to take us all the way back up to 6. Now, if you are in the middle of your creation and you decide to edit the path, you can also come down here to edit path, and you can move things around. Like, you can do that, and then you come back up here to done, and it will take you out of edit path and back to the canvas. Now this, so if you don't want to see this on the left hand side, you can just click that button. And customize, you can create different colored themes, and they come up here on the right. Let's say we want it to be more of a volcano style. Isn't that cool? So we're going to go back to the original Prezi screen here and go to a presentation I've already made. We're not going to get that complicated today. We're just going to start here with safety here. So you can click twice to get a text box and write in your title for this slide. Then you can go down to these new slides here. These are different slides within this grouping. And let's see, that was 2, this is 3. One of the things we're going to need for safety are goggles. So we'll write goggles here. And we want to get rid of that text box, but we do want to add a photo. So we come down to add or insert image, and it takes us to our folder where we've prepared several photos, JPEGs, and so we're going to put in a pair of goggles here, pull them into this unit here. This is our 3rd slide. We're going to move on to 4, and we're going to add gloves. And we're going to insert another image, find our image that we've labeled gloves. That's too large, so we want to resize it. This is very handy. You don't even have to go in and resize it yourself. They do it for you, which I love. And we'll get rid of that text box. We have the gloves here. Maybe we want to have these a little bit of an angle to make it interesting. And we're going to move on to our 3rd slide in this grouping. And that is going to be safe containers. We're going to insert that image that we've prepared. Well, we'll just leave it at this size. How about that? Okay, now we're going to move on to our next grouping. Okay, before we do that, we need to add a slide here for our video. So inside of this grouping, we want to add another slide. So we come up here to this left-hand side, and at the top, you can add a slide. You can do a circle frame, a bracket, a rectangle, or something invisible. Let's try a rectangle. We'll add that, and it's putting it right here. So we want to put it, I guess, here. What it does is it puts that new slide down here at the end. So we're going to move it up to go in right after number 5. And I want to make it bigger. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see the look of this already. And you can scroll and move this around however you want, just using your cursor, dragging it back and forth. Okay, so here's our new slide that we've put in this grouping, and we're going to insert a video here. So go to Insert, a YouTube video. I'm going to go to my YouTube channel. Well, we'll go to my video manager to find them. They should be the last 3 things I've done. So properties of water, materials. So we want to
3.
Okay, so that's our video that we created. We want to get the link down here to share it, put it in there, insert it, and then we can move it in and size it according to this square. Now, there we go. Prezi likes to center things for you too, so it's kind of nice. As you can see, we started with this, then we zoomed in to this one grouping, created the safety, and then it goes to a video about materials. We want to play it.
For this lesson, teachers will need hot plate, thermal gloves, goggles, 3 pitchers, 3.
We move out of that to our next slide, preparation. We have our solutions, we have craft sticks, freeze, and then we have a preparation video that we produced while we were doing our coursework.
Prepare a pitcher of the following solutions: fresh water, salt water, and sugar water. You may want to add food coloring so you can
So you get the idea, and just keep moving through to the procedure. You can move on to the video that we produced about performing the procedure.
Students will split into groups and will go around the room and investigate each of the 3 water samples.
There you go. So, we did a Prezi on the lesson properties of water. I'd like my students to do the same. They have a week to complete this work by doing video production and putting together this slideshow presentation, and then each group will present their presentation. This is an example of multidisciplinary teaching here, and I'm adding the technology tools of video production, YouTube, and Prezi.